Hi, this is Chloe here at Inner Whispers. I've long been a fan of James Battersby's art. He's done quite a few tarots now, including the Spooky Cats Tarot and the Simply Deep Tarot, which was published by Schiffer. So he's been involved with quite a lot of different decks and done some oracles too. And at the moment, he's just been running a Kickstarter for the Trip in Waite, which just looks absolutely fabulous, which his partner, I think, did. But another thing that they've done is the Winter Waite, where all the cards are kind of given a Christmassy or winter-based slant. And a lot of these are almost just recolorings of Pamela Coleman Smith's deck, but some of them are a little bit different, redrawn and reimagined. And altogether, it just looked like a very sweet and seasonal deck, so I couldn't resist. So let's take a look at the cards themselves.
I recorded an unboxing of this last night, only to discover this morning when I tried to edit it that the sound had gone completely yucky. I don't know what happened. So this deck is no longer wrapped in cellophane, but I have put it back in order so that we kind of get the cards in order and the feel of it. And seeing the cards again, I'm sure something will come to me. Start with, oh yes, so there's a title card saying thank you for buying the deck, and with a happy holidays bit on it, which is quite cute. I like all the little animals and so on that have been put in, as well as the wintry landscapes. The backs, as you can see, are a kind of red and green plaid, and clearly fully reversible. Oops. Sorry. Looking through the cards then, we start off with our Fool. And as you can see, this is the sort of traditional pixie image, but with this beautiful swirly background and snowflakes and what have you. And the colours of the clothes have been changed a lot. And it does give it a more Christmassy feel, because most of their clothes tend to be in Christmas colours, lots of reds and greens. The Magician being an exception here with purple, but don't you just love the snowflakes on his costume? And I also love this spiral swirl, kind of the energy from above going to below. That's a nice touch. The High Priestess is one of the cards that most I'm not sure about. I really like having the columns. I think that's an important aspect symbolically. And I also really like the fact that normally there's a cloth between her and the water behind her, because this is all about secrets and keeping silent and things not being really obvious. But it gives it a different feel. It's, not sure about that one. We have some lovely bunnies in with our Empress in a snowy landscape, and a Santa Claus figure for the Emperor with a bauble in his hand instead of a globe, one hand anyway, and much more of a St. Nicolaus feel to this Hierophant with his bishop's hat. We have the Lovers fully clothed because, hey, baby, it's cold outside. And the Chariot is the biggest change so far, putting in elves on a sleigh instead of the more traditional image. I really like that. We also have Strength changed to having a reindeer. And also she's kind of got grey hair. I'm not sure about that. Normally she's blonde. I'm not sure how that would be more wintry, but hey, that's what it is. We have the Hermit, some gorgeous colours here. The colour palette really is stunning, and I love these backgrounds. I mean, they're really interesting, snowy backgrounds, and it is a lovely feel to it. Here on the wheel card, we have a little mouse on it, so we don't have three beings, but it's like a mouse on a spinning wheel, and with sweeties and mince pies and a gingerbread house and candy cane in the four corners. Those all seem to be things to eat, so I'm not quite sure about them representing different elements, but hey, you can find what you want in that, I guess. And Justice has changed to Santa Claus with his naughty and nice list, weighing us up on our behaviours over the last year. We have a Christmas elf as the hanged elf. And Death, pretty much the same except for the snowy landscape and different colours. Temperance has changed quite a bit. It's a female figure now and doesn't have a foot in the water, which I think is a bit of a shame. Nice Christmas trees behind and the snowy background, and obviously Christmas colours with the red and green. The Krampus for the devil is a fun one. This is a Krampus based more on the film where he's all grey, because in most traditional images he's brown or black rather than just being grey. But hey, you know, it's fine, it works, and it's yeah, a fun kind of thing. I told my little one about the Krampus this year and he was absolutely terrified. So yeah, might not be sharing this deck with him, or maybe I should. And the tower is very much destroyed, as well as having ice climbing up it, so the top is completely gone already. Yeah, quite different. The star is fully clothed once again because it is too cold, shivery. Other than that, quite nice and traditional. And we have reindeer instead of a howling dog and wolf on the moon, and no crayfish. I quite like the Happy New Year. I'm not sure about this kid having wings and a nappy and a top hat. I mean, maybe I'm missing something, but yeah, it's a little odd, but quite funny. And Judgment, quite traditional other than the colour palette. And for our world figure, she's now got a Christmas wreath. So much more circular and with the happy holidays. Moving into the wands, nice red cloud. And I like the energy swoop around it. Our Two of Wands guy has a present in his hand rather than a globe. Three of Wands has a couple of geese. Four of Wands, I think those are pheasants, and it's almost the least sort of snowy in some ways. There's actually, you can see some greenery there as well, and people dancing in the background. So yeah, certainly a celebration. And elves fighting in the Five of Wands. I like the little swoopy bits too. Six of Wands, very traditional, just with Christmassy colours. And the Seven of Wands is an elf protecting Santa's sacks. Eight of Wands in a red sky. Okay. And Nine of Wands, I'm not sure if he's a shepherd watching his sheep and there's the star and what have you. That doesn't seem quite the right, I don't know, clothes for it somehow. And he's also got a light on his wands, that's quite nice. So, you know, the perseverance aspect. Once again, wintry clothes for the Ten of Wands. And I like the way that the people also have snow just like sat on them. It's like, that really wouldn't happen in most cases. I mean, certainly, you know, he's moving, he's exerting himself. He wouldn't have snow just sitting on him. Whereas the page might do because he has stopped for a bit. Likewise, the Knight of Wands looking very snowy. And the Queen of Wands, a nice little sort of wreath tiara thing, and she's still got her sunflower and her cat. I do like that. And the King of Wands with some, I'm not sure if they're apples or, you don't normally have fruit on a tree. They could be baubles, not sure. Moving into the cups, I'm guessing this must be wine rather than blood because, hey, it's not meant to be a scary deck. And the Two of Cups with mistletoe, cute, that works well. Three of Cups, dancing around in the snow, Christmassy colours. And the Four of Cups is a rather bored, annoyed, frustrated looking elf. I like the squirrel too, running up the tree behind. Five of Cups, we have a reindeer over here, and the cups are covered in snow. And the Six of Cups with nice Christmas flowers in them. Seven of Cups, very different images inside of the cups. We've got an elf and gingerbread men and sweets and candy cane and a sort of, I don't know, elf hat with a bell on it. So quite different. And oh right, so this is like the sack that he's choosing what he's going to put in it. I rather like the star in this one and the colours. Not sure about the stripy red and green clothing, but other than that, it's nice. And I'm not quite sure why we've got this kind of Friar Tuck type character, but I do like the mince pies. That's a nice touch. And we have carol singers for our Ten of Cups. Page with holly on his clothing. The knight, very snowy. The queen, she seems to be quite far from the water. I don't know, that's a little odd. And the king isn't near the water at all. I mean, he's got trees around him. So that's quite a change, shall we say. But he does still have, you know, the other like blue here and the fish and what have you. Ooh, look at this. Ice on the hilt of the sword. So, yeah, giving it another sharp, jaggedy, cold feel. Our poor Two of Swords lady has got snow on her all over the place. Three of Swords, look at that. Ice up here on the hilts, ice down here on the blades. That's really cold. And our Four of Swords guy has a little robin with him, which is nice. He has holly or something here, and he's outdoors as well. So quite a few changes there that might affect how you perceive the card. Five of Swords, very traditional, other than I don't think you've got a bird in the sky. Well, yeah, so there's two of them. I'm going with seagulls, but hey, I'm not great with my animal classifications. Another person with a stripy winter outfit and snow all over the place. There's still that very clear distinction between the choppy water here and the sparkly water over there. And our Seven of Swords, quite traditional. The Eight of Swords, it's interesting, there's kind of snow on her feet, but a path in front of her that's kind of open and melted snow or water. And I like these swoopy, whooshy things here. And look at the snow on these. It clearly needs a hat, sleeping in such a cold room, but hey, at least got an extra blanket, a Christmas blanket on top. And oh my, yes, well, if you're that dead, you're gonna get covered with snow for sure. I like our page, red and green. And this is very strange what's happened to the horse. Look at the colours and at the mane. I mean, it's quite interesting, but definitely odd. I quite like it. And the queen, very different colours, and very different as well because she has, you can see her hair rather than her having some kind of headdress on, which will change how I sort of perceive it, I think. And the Knight of Swords has a pheasant. The pentacles are red with a green star. So, yes, Christmassy colours throughout. A pink sky. Well, hey, why not? And it's an elf juggling those pentacles. I'm guessing this is some kind of, I don't know, pantomime thing or something going on the stage while he carries on working behind. And I do like the red scarf for this Four of Pentacles chap. Keep him warm out there. Five of Pentacles. I think the faces and so on have been changed somewhat. And there is a Christmas tree here as well. Because otherwise, you know, it's already often a very cold looking image. And the Six of Pentacles, mostly just the colours changed. Seven of Pentacles, he has another robin. That's nice to sort of see how the robin passes through the cards and whether a robin might come up in several cards in a reading. And boy, he's going to have a long time to wait for those to be harvestable. And the 8, a hard-working elf, of course. I'm not sure about her swooshy hair, I have to say. There's something about her that seems, I don't know. And the Santa hat. Anyhow, our 9 of Pentacles lady is enjoying her garden even in the winter, ready for a Christmas party, as is our old chap here, wearing his hat. And we have like an anthropomorphic reindeer, so I'm not sure what that's about either. Oh, and there's a Yule log, I guess. So yeah, some interesting touches in there. Our Page of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles is a gift to everyone. Queen of Pentacles with turkeys. And the King of Pentacles. Foot firmly on, instead of just a rock, it's actually a bull's head again. And then a final extra card, the Snowman. So altogether, quite charming, easy to read. I chose the version with no borders and no titles because, hey, it's, you know, a Rider-Waite deck basically, and there's just a few differences. But you can get it with borders and with titles if you so choose. It came, I think, through Printer Studio, so no sort of special edges or anything. But I like Printer Studio cardstock. It's generally quite good to shuffle, quite nice in the hand. It's, you know, proper cardstock for playing cards, so you can hold the whole deck in one hand, and it riffles fairly well. And let's draw a quick card. The Hanged Elf. Good things come to those who wait. Blessed be.